What is going on, football fans? Back at it with another New York Giants video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about the three key matchups in the matchup between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. A huge game for the Giants as they look to get to 500 after a narrow victory in Tampa Bay. The Redskins come in at 0-3, and their coach is on the hot seat trying to save his job. Keenum will be playing with a banged-up foot. So I expect the Giants to try to get after him with a pass rush, which will certainly be a big key in this game. The Redskins O-line versus the Giants D-line. Now, I didn't list that as one of the three keys, but of course, that's a very important key. I had two individual matchups, and I had a group matchup. The New York Giants offensive line is going to be my first key. The Giants' run blocking and pass protection in this game is going to be imperative. They've got to find a way to open up some holes in that running game and protect Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones was under constant pressure last week. I think he got sacked 5 times. They got no push in the run game. Saquon Barkley, I think, had 10 yards or so. I mean, they got nothing going. Daniel Jones was the leading rusher last week with like 28 yards. It's not acceptable, and they got to do a better job of helping Daniel Jones out. And in this game, they're going to be trying to help out a much worse running back in a Wayne Gallman as opposed to a Saquon Barkley. Now, last week, the Bucs really did stuff the box, and they forced the Giants to pass, and Daniel Jones did that. This week, I expect the Redskins to come out with a different game plan, so I think Gallman will be somewhat effective. I'm not expecting him to average 5 yards a carry, but as long as he can remain somewhat productive and set up that play-action pass and keep that Redskin defense honest, I think the Giants will have their way more often than not in this football game. But a big, big key in this game is their run blocking up front with those 5 hog mollies. So they got to find a way to do it. We'll see what they can do. Also, the Redskins pose a threat with their 2 exterior pass rushers in Ryan Kerrigan and Montez Sweat. Montez Sweat, supremely talented pass rusher. And, of course, Ryan Kerrigan, 3-time Pro Bowler. We might even be more. I know he's made the last 3 Pro Bowls. And he's had double-digit sacks each of the last 3 seasons. So they're going to be coming with those guys. The Giants have to do a good job in both run and pass block in this game. Now, when it comes to individual matchups, I'm going to start on the defensive side of the football for the New York Giants. And Janoris Jenkins versus Terry McLaurin. Now, it could be Baker paired up on McLaurin. I'm going to assume it's Janoris Jenkins. And this is a big matchup in this game. Last week, Janoris Jenkins got torched. Absolutely torched. And yes, I get it. The New York Giants sent the house. They left him on one-on-one coverage. And McLaurin has been a great wide receiver this year. Right now, in my opinion, based on his stats, I mean, the guy's got, 240, 250 yards, 3 touchdowns. This guy's on pace to have, like an 1,100 yard season and 16 touchdowns if he keeps up at that rate. So right now, McLaurin's probably the rookie of the year as of today. If not, he's definitely in contention for the top 2 or 3. And that is a guy that the New York Giants are going to have to keep an eye on. And I think Janoris Jenkins will be paired up on him. And I expect him, once again, not to have a lot of help because the New York Giants are going to send the blitz to get after Case Keenum, a quarterback who's not allergic to turning the football over. He turned the ball over 5 times last week. He's got a banged-up foot. He has limited mobility. I think the Giants are going to send the house again, and I think Jenkins is going to have to do his best job not to get burned in that matchup. That is a big key matchup in this game. They've got to find a way to limit McLaurin, and Jenkins is probably going to be the guy who has to do it. So he needs to improve off of last week's performance. And then finally, on the offensive side of the football, we all know Landon Collins. We know what he's about. He's a big, heavy hitter tackler, but when it comes to coverage, he is weak. And we're going to get to see Evan Engram hopefully paired up on Landon Collins. And I think that Engram is going to be able to succeed in that matchup. Evan Engram this year has been phenomenal. He's got 2 100-yard games in the first 3 games of the season. Last year, his whole career coming into this year, he never had a 100-yard game. He is on pace to have a career year, a Pro Bowl season, and he's going up against a guy who struggles in coverage against tight ends. So I'll have to see if the New York Giants can exploit that matchup. But that's a matchup I'm really looking forward to. With all the smack Landon Collins has talked about the New York Giants this offseason, I get it. He felt disrespected, but you got your money, and now you got your chance to try to back it up. And Evan Ingram's going to do his best to make you look like a clown. We're going to see what happens on Sunday. I expect Engram to go out there and get another 100-yard game or damn near close. I remember last year drawing 3 touchdowns, right? Kittle tore him up. Everybody tore him up. And I think the Giants will be able to take advantage of that matchup. Ingram's our best weapon. We got to use him. But to be able to use him to his best ability, we got to be able to run the ball with Gallman. Because if we can set up that play-action pass, make those linebackers bite, Engram will have a field day. As always, If you liked what you watched, please subscribe. Drop a comment. Maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.